what is it like to be a child in Catadupa, Jamaica? Growing up in a small mountain village, your life is simple. Your natural surroundings are more beautiful than most places on earth, yet by modern standards, your family is very poor. Although you live just 2 hours from the glamour of Montego Bay, your environment couldn't be more unlike the tourist mecca. There's no plumbing in your home, but each day your mother brings a bucket of fresh water from the mountain stream. You can seldom choose what you'd like to eat, but you have enough. Bananas and papayas are there for the picking.
I love papaya.
Things used to be easier for families in Catadupa when the trains stopped there. Tourists would get off to shop in the open market where the villagers sold their wares, but 10 years ago, the trains stopped running. And in order to find work or sell their items, like many parents from Catadupa, your mother and father now have to travel 2 hours by bus to the tourist towns on the coast. Your needs are few, and you're happy. Each morning, you walk to school with your friends. On Sunday morning, you walk to Catadupa Christian Fellowship Church.
I came to Catadupa in 1982, and basically we started the church service going. And then we saw the need for the area. The children were suffering as a result of not getting an early childhood education. And we saw the need of starting a school. So we about 6 years ago. And we also have a feeding program going in which we try to feed the children. It's been a great ministry.
Lifetouch church directories and portraits learned about Catadupa from World Servants, a nonprofit Christian organization that sponsors short-term volunteer mission projects. Since 1987, World Servants has been helping the ministry of Pastor Leroy Gordon. In the spirit of living our values, Lifetouch funded a group of volunteers to represent the company on a 10-day World Servants project in Catadupa.
Lifetouch invested in 11 adults to come here to Catadupa, Jamaica, and I think that's a great model for the rest of the corporate world. They exist, I believe, for a higher purpose and to use those resources to reach out to the world and maybe impact the world.
I think what motivated me to sign up for this trip was the many blessings that I've got from the Lord. He's given us a new home, and I have a beautiful family that is healthy and doing well, and I just want to be able to pay him back a little bit of what he's done for me.
The goals were daunting. Build cement steps for the basic school. Paint ceilings and walls. Chisel and scrape dried concrete from the foundation to prepare floors for linoleum. And build a 30 by 90-foot roof to shelter a second-story children's center. The work is hard and the heat unrelenting, but the volunteers feel good. They're here for the children.
There's a surprise around every corner. There's all kinds of challenges. Looking at the building project that we had in front of us, putting an entire roof, not just the shingles, but building the entire grid work itself. Everything so far has been a surprise.
I didn't expect the roosters, and I really, honestly, I was probably in denial. I didn't think it was going to be this hot.
I didn't expect it was going to be quite this hot, even though I was told. It's always a surprise. I mean, you just feel like you're wringing wet all the time.
The roosters here crow starting at 2 in the morning. They don't even wait for the sun to come up, you know?
Even though the volunteers didn't know exactly what to expect, they gladly gave up the comforts of home for the opportunity to serve. Nothing seems too hard for the workers, and nothing too menial. Everyone gives every ounce. At the end of each workday, there is a reward. An icy cold shower piped down from the mountain. Besides building rooms, volunteers also build relationships. Each day they take turns holding vacation Bible school, forming friendships with the children, and teaching Christian values through skits, crafts, and always singing. Every morning, more than 60 enthusiastic children show up.
I can't believe how many kids there are.
I've never seen so many children. They seem to be very happy. There's a lot of enthusiasm, and just a willingness to learn and be taught, a desire to be reached out to be held, and it's been a joy to see their joyfulness.
Bonds are formed as villagers and volunteers share the workload. And an open market is a perfect occasion to share talents.
What does it say? Well, that's pretty big, 40. Is that centimeters? My goodness.
So how much did you say? Or $4 for the eliminators.
25. 30, 25 then.
Each day shows more progress on the building projects.
These boys helped us.
Hard workers, very hard workers.
Very
good.
George,
Strong man.
And George is the boss.
But is it possible to finish everything in the few remaining days? Fortunately, the rain holds off until late in the day. On their last Sunday together, villagers and volunteers start the day with worship. After the service, the families learn of a special gift from Lifetouch.
So what we'd like to ask you today is if you'd like to have your photograph taken and put into a memory book for your church. We'd like to have you organize yourself by family unit here. And we talk about that in a minute. And the other thing is that you all like to have photographs of your families for your homes. You like to have those? Okay.
I should kind of come down with this, just to get in there closer, right in here. That's fine. And then turn your head more. You turn yourself a little bit more toward you. Come in. There you go. Yeah, looking right over you. Good. Oh, that's it. Good. Oh, above me. Good. Oh, let's see. There we go.
Monday is the last day before the volunteers have to leave. Making the most of every resource and every minute. To everyone's amazement, they finish the roof by noon, a half day ahead of schedule.
It is finished!
The thing that was most inspiring about the children to me was their singing. Hearing their song was just a constant motivation, and it just kind of gave a sense of purpose to what we were doing, more than just putting a roof on a room.
I'm really thrilled because we didn't know that the roof would be a reality. And again, I say a lot of parents have seen Christ through the practical work that World Servants and Lifetouch Group has really done in this area. They have seen Christ in action, love in a practical way.
It's going to be very rewarding to see the project finished, because we know that children are going to be blessed, and that blesses me.
The people are beautiful people to begin with. Yes, they're poor, but they're not poor in spirit.
I guess what has impressed me was that their gentleness and their love for other people, and willingness to help and to pitch in.
I heard the people were very friendly and nice, and boy, that's been really true of the ones that I've met. I'm thankful that I was chosen to go and help others.
I just thank the Lord. I mean, this has been an experience that I don't think you'd ever forget. And it's been a helpful experience. You know, serving the Lord is most important, but it's also serving the people.
The volunteers are touched by the graciousness of the Jamaicans. Did the villagers notice the heat? No. They noticed the sunshine. Did they notice the mistakes of the novice builders? No. They noticed a willingness to learn. Did they notice the constant noise? No. They noticed the progress. With goodbyes on their minds, the volunteers' hearts are full. The walls are painted. The foundation is ready for new flooring. The steps are in place, and every shingle is pounded on the roof. But the volunteers hope that above all, the villagers will remember their love. In Catadupa, and in every town and city where Lifetouch people serve, our values guide us. What we do is important, but how we do it, even more so. We cherish our customers. Our desire is to serve churches and their communities, and in the process, we help promote faith, fellowship, and family values. In turn, we discover again and again that we, too, are blessed.